Welcome back to In His Perfect Image podcast. Today, in episode 8, we will be talking about temptation. Daily, we believers are met with temptations and even tests. So, temptations come from Satan and our own desire, our own flesh. They are never from God. Their goal is actually to lead us to failure, to bring us shame, to bring dishonor, contrary to God's tests, which are actually intended to approve us. Per KJV Dictionary, temptation is the act of tempting, enticement to evil by arguments, by flattery, or by the offer of some real or apparent good. Temptation results in us doing evil. It can all start with a small move of the goalposts, and soon Satan will try to get us to move the goalposts even more. And the further we are willing to let him take us, the more away from God and his ways we are going to be led. This has happened to me as well. I have fallen for temptation a couple of times. I have wondered, when will it be my time? I have felt like I have been in the waiting room, the waiting season, especially when it came to my marital promise. And there were a couple of times when Satan actually managed to lead me into things, to make decisions that were not in accordance or in alignment with God's will for my life, especially in that season. Sometimes, even nowadays, I wonder, did I make the correct choice? Am I doing what God is actually calling me to do even today? Sometimes God gives us that one step, and after we follow through, He gives us the next one. It can be difficult to distinguish if He truly told us to move in that direction, and sometimes it can lead us to make the wrong choices. This is a journey, it is a process. God is not looking for perfection, He's simply looking for a yielded heart. Even if we do go out of His will at times, I still believe at the end of the day, He brings the best out of everything we do or everything that others do to us. Still, we should always strive to do His will and not our own. And the solution to the problem of temptation can be very simple and even based on who we are. See, we are created as three-part beings. We are made out of the spirit, the soul, and the body. There is a fourth element, though, also known as flesh. Flesh is in enmity with God and its ways, contrary to our spirit, which always seeks that which is in alignment with God. They are constantly working in opposite directions to each other. So the spirit is trying to gain attention of our soul and lead us towards following God's will. And the flesh is doing the opposite. So in each situation, we are presented with two doors. At the first one stands our flesh with its solution, which leads usually to sin, and at the other stands the spirit that leads to life and God's will. And if we choose correctly, the other door, the door to the flesh, automatically closes. So next time when you'll be tempted, let's say, to not work on your assignment, to procrastinate, instead choose to say no to that door and pick what the Spirit would have preferred you pick, which is to do the assignment today. The other door will automatically close. That will be all for today. To read more, join me on the blog. Until next time, Shalom.